Hello and welcome to today's video, where we will explore the history of SpaceX, the company that is revolutionizing the space industry and making affordable and reusable rockets. SpaceX was founded in 2002 by Elon Musk, a visionary entrepreneur who wanted to make humanity a multi-planetary species and reduce the cost of space transportation. But how did he achieve this ambitious goal? Let's find out. SpaceX started with a simple idea to build a small rocket that could launch small satellites into orbit at a fraction of the cost of existing launch vehicles. This rocket was called Falcon 1, and it was powered by a single Merlin engine, which was designed and built by SpaceX itself. Falcon 1 was also designed to be reusable, meaning that it could land back on Earth and be flown again. However, building a rocket from scratch was not easy, and SpaceX faced many challenges and failures along the way. The first 3 launches of Falcon 1 ended in disaster due to various technical problems and malfunctions. Many people doubted that SpaceX would ever succeed, and some even mocked Musk for his unrealistic dreams. But Musk did not give up, and in 2008, he achieved a historic milestone. The 4th launch of Falcon 1 was successful, and it became the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit. This was followed by another successful launch in 2009, which carried the first commercial payload to orbit, a satellite for Malaysia. SpaceX had proven that it could launch rockets reliably and cheaply, and this attracted the attention of NASA, which was looking for alternatives to the retiring Space Shuttle program. In 2006, SpaceX won a contract from NASA to develop and demonstrate a spacecraft that could resupply the International Space Station. This spacecraft was called Dragon, and it was launched on top of a bigger and more powerful rocket, Falcon 9. Falcon 9 had 9 Merlin engines on its first stage, which gave it more thrust and capability than Falcon 1. It could also carry larger payloads, such as Dragon or satellites for various customers. Falcon 9 was also designed to be reusable, but this time, not by landing on the ground, but by landing on a floating platform at sea. This was an extremely difficult feat, as the rocket had to slow down from hypersonic speeds, reorient itself vertically, and perform a precise landing maneuver. SpaceX attempted this several times between 2013 and 2015, but each time, the rocket either crashed or exploded on impact. Finally, in December 2015, SpaceX made history again. It successfully landed the first stage of Falcon 9 back on land after launching 11 satellites into orbit. This was followed by another successful landing on a drone ship at sea in April 2016. SpaceX had demonstrated that it could recover and reuse its rockets, which could significantly reduce the cost of space access. SpaceX also achieved another milestone in 2012. It became the first private company to send a spacecraft to the ISS and return it safely to Earth. Dragon carried cargo and experiments to the orbiting laboratory and also brought back some samples and equipment. Since then, SpaceX has flown more than 20 missions to the ISS under the Commercial Resupply Services contract with NASA. But SpaceX did not stop there. It had bigger plans to send humans to space and beyond. In 2014, SpaceX won another contract from NASA to develop a crewed version of Dragon that could transport astronauts to and from the ISS. This version of Dragon had seats for up to 7 people, windows, life support systems, and an escape system that could abort the launch in case of an emergency. SpaceX spent several years testing and refining its crewed Dragon spacecraft, which was also known as Dragon 2 or Crew Dragon. In March 2019, it launched an uncrewed test flight of Crew Dragon to the ISS, which demonstrated its ability to dock autonomously and return safely. In May 2020, it launched its first crewed mission, Demo 2, which carried 2 NASA astronauts, Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley. This was another historic moment. It was the first time that NASA astronauts were launched from U.S. soil since the end of the Space Shuttle program in 2011. It was also the first time that a private company launched humans into orbit. Behnken and Hurley spent 2 months on board the ISS before returning to Earth with a splashdown in the Gulf of Mexico. They were followed by 4 more astronauts on the Crew 1 mission in November 2020, which marked the start of regular crew rotation flights to the ISS using Crew Dragon. SpaceX has also been working on an even bigger and more ambitious project, Starship, a massive spacecraft that could carry up to 100 people and 100 tons of cargo to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Starship is designed to be fully reusable and refuelable in orbit, and to eventually replace Falcon 9 and Dragon as SpaceX's main space vehicle. Starship consists of 2 stages, a giant booster called Super Heavy, which has 33 Raptor engines and can lift Starship to orbit, and Starship itself, which has 6 Raptor engines and can perform orbital maneuvers, atmospheric re-entry, and landing. Both stages are made of stainless steel, which is durable, cheap, and easy to work with. SpaceX has been developing and testing Starship prototypes at its Starbase facility in Boca Chica, Texas. The company has performed several high-altitude flight tests of Starship vehicles, reaching up to 10 kilometers in altitude and demonstrating controlled belly flop descent and flip maneuvers. However, none of these tests resulted in a successful landing, as the vehicles either crashed or exploded on impact. SpaceX plans to attempt its first orbital test flight of Starship in March 2023, launching from Starbase and landing near Hawaii. This will be a major milestone for the company and for the future of space exploration. If successful, Starship could open up new possibilities for human settlement on other worlds, as well as for scientific research and commercial activities in space. Thank you for watching this video about the history of SpaceX. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And let us know in the comments what you think about SpaceX's achievements and goals. See you next time.